Hey everyone. I was on Tumblr earlier when I noticed that there was a lot of mentioning going on my dashboard that the Fine Brothers were losing subscribers, like a lot of people every day, over the past couple of days anyway. And, I found that very odd because I've enjoyed their content for at least 2 or 3 years now. And apparently they've trademarked their reaction series, I guess is the way to put it, and I guess it means, and correct me if I'm wrong please, that if you want to make a reaction series or anything like that, you have to go through them and pay them in order to make that video or series of videos in that type of format anyway. And before I decided to talk about this, I went and watched Jenna and Julian's podcast on their channel where they discuss this topic probably much better than I ever could put it, because Jenna knows these people because she's done videos with them before, and of course she has more history with them and she knows them better than obviously me. I've never met them, so I'm trying to approach this as objectively as I can, and I really value Jenna and Julian's views and opinions on this because watching their video, they made some really good points which helped me figure out how I felt about this. When I heard about what was going on with the Fine Brothers and I started listening to Jenna and Julian's podcast, I had two immediate feelings on the subject. I'm curious and I'm also terrified. What makes me curious is basically to see where this whole thing will lead. This will undoubtedly cause a huge ripple effect or butterfly effect, and the internet by far is the greatest example of how the butterfly effect works. It can only take 1 second in order for the world to change, and in the world of the internet, one move can make all the difference. We can all agree that it's impossible for the internet to stay the way it is. It's very untraditional, in all honesty, and anyone with a camera, with access and to a camera and Wi-Fi, can make a video and post it for the world to see. That's something that will obviously never change. What changes is the content and how it is presented. There's no set path to take with this, of course. Creators always have to be on their toes and get ready to move in whatever direction YouTube or basically anything, any direction that the internet goes. And that's basically what makes me curious about this. Now, what terrifies me about all of this is, oh, sorry, throat kind of hurts. I guess the policing, I guess is the way to put it, that this change has brought on. I've heard nonstop how there have been comments deleted calling out the Fine Brothers on their video discussing this, and apparently there are other reaction videos in a similar format, and apparently there was a channel who does this reaction videos that are being taken down. But yes, I don't know any examples because I'm literally just hearing about this, so just take this at face value, take it with a grain of salt. I should probably say that hearing that is something that angers me, because this isn't how YouTube was meant to be. YouTube, since I've known it, has always been a place where we can learn from each other and take bits and pieces from each other to develop our own look, our own voices. Now, I don't know what my own voice is yet on YouTube. For all I know, it could be discussing different topics like I am now, but I definitely know that I don't want to do this kind of thing for my channel for the rest of however long I do this. But there's so many things I could do, but I definitely know there's also a lot that I wouldn't be able to do, such as like makeup videos, because I barely know anything about makeup. I'm lucky if I can get the perfect winged eyeliner. Um, but yeah, I definitely know that's not where my voice would ever be as far as making YouTube content. Um, what this whole situation reminds me of is just something I actually just learned about in my college class from Full Sail University, and that is the old studio system way back in the early 1900s, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there. It was where these filmmakers and actors became so restricted with what they could do. They couldn't even make the films they wanted or even make their films the way they wanted. It was very restrictive on people's creativity, and it was very much like a factory system, I guess is the best way to put it. And as far as creative people goes, you can't just restrict someone with creative abilities, because otherwise you're not going to get the best quality content out of that person. You have to let them have that creative flow. And I don't know, I guess it's like that system is kind of making a comeback through the internet, and I really hope that doesn't happen, because then it's going to be so much harder for small YouTubers to make their own content so they can grow their channels with the potential that I know they have, and I'm sure you all know. I'm pretty sure you know. Taking Jenna's view on this topic into consideration, I can definitely agree that it is a smart move business-wise, and I know nothing about business. I'm just going to say that I'm not smart enough to understand how business works. I just can't process stuff like that. I just can't do it. I'm very much, my brain just goes everywhere. I can't restrict myself to that kind of thinking business-wise. So, but taking that into consideration, obviously, of course, it is a smart business move, because you don't want other people stealing your content or your ideas and stuff like that. But the Fine Brothers definitely could have and should have handled it better than the way they did. I also just finished watching their update video, and it just seemed a little bit off. Again, they could have handled it better. Just watching it, it just came off a little more like an adult berating a child for making a small mistake or something like that. I'm not going to go any further with that, because I don't want this video to get any longer than it already is. But, yes, those were my thoughts on the whole thing. I hope I explained everything as best as I could. These are just my opinions. You may think differently about it, but I would love to hear your opinions on this. Maybe we could discuss it in the comments section. But, it will be very interesting to see where this takes us, because I don't see how it won't change things for us. It will definitely change everything for us, because that's just how the internet works. That's how it's always worked. That's how it's going to keep working in the future. But I really do hope that the changes will be far from negative. So I guess that's all I can say about this. So I guess until the next video, good day and goodbye.